Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. We are from Group 4. We'll present about our discussion. The topic is patterns of organization. There are 6 common patterns which are often found in the paragraph in English. The first is listing. Second is sequence. Third is problem and solution. Next, cause and effect. Next, comparison and contrast. And the last, extended definition. For the first pattern is listing. In the listing pattern, the writer states the main idea generally and gives a list of details or example to support that general statement or main idea. The meaning of listing here is gives a list of details or examples to support the main idea. So, how we can now the paragraph using listing pattern? We can identify the keywords in the main idea, such as many, several, a number of, a variety of, a few, and kinds of. Then, we should to identify the signal words, such as for example, for instance, also, besides, and another. Okay, let's move to the example. This is a paragraph. The topic is theories about the origin of the moon. The main idea is there are several different theories about the origin of the moon. We can look or we can identify this main idea. There is one keyword, several, which mean is the keyword of listing pattern. Several is one of keywords of listing pattern. So, after we identify the keyword, we should identify the signal word. There are 4 signal words in this paragraph, such as one theory, a second, yet another, and the final. These signal words to start the details. Okay, next we learn about second pattern, that is sequence pattern. In this pattern, the writer explains the main idea with a series of events or steps in a process that follow one after the other in time order, that follow one by one in time order. So, how we can now the paragraph using sequence pattern? Same with listing pattern, we can now from the identify the keyword in the main idea, such as begin, account, story, process, and history. Then we should to identify the signal words after we identify the keyword. The signal words such as first, second, then, next, after, since, finally, at last, the next step, in year, example in 1964 or others, and the last is last month, example last October or last June. This pattern, sequence pattern, relate with or relate to procedure text because this pattern relate with a process. So the example of sequence pattern here is procedure text. Procedure text is one of example from sequence pattern. Okay, we move to the example. This is a paragraph. The topic is close-up study of Mars. The main idea is close-up study of Mars began when rockets were developed that could send probes into space. Then we should to identify the keyword. The keyword in the main idea. The main idea is close-up study of Mars began when rockets were developed that could send probes into space. The keyword is began. Began is one of the keywords in the sequence pattern. Then we should to identify the signal words to support the main idea. In this example, such as in 1964, 4 years later, then in 1971, during the following 11 months, the next major step in 1976, these signal words support the details. Okay, now, what the difference between listing and sequence? The difference is, in the listing pattern, changing the order of the items doesn't change the meaning of the paragraph. Meanwhile, in the sequence pattern, the order is important, and changing it will change the meaning.
Comparison and contrast. Compare and contrast is a text structure or pattern of organization where the similarities and differences of two or more things are explored. It is important to remember that with the compare and contrast text structure, the text should be discussing similarities and differences. In the comparison and contrast pattern, the writer's main idea is a general statement about two things and how they are similar and different. A comparison can include both similarities and differences, or only the similarities. A contrast states only differences. The keywords and present in the main idea, there are similarities, differences, both, in common, same, different, compare, and comparison. However, here are some signal words that may indicate that the text is written using the compare and contrast organizational pattern. They are like, unlike, both, neither, similar, and different. This is example paragraph for compare and contrast. Apples and oranges are both fruits, which means that they have seeds inside of them. It has a skin, but orange skin are thick and easy to peel. Apple skin are thinner and don't peel easily. Oranges also contain more acid than apples, but both fruits are delicious. The topic in paragraph is apples and orange. The main idea is apples and orange are similar in some ways, but they are distinct in their content. The keywords in the main idea is similar and different. Supporting facts and ideas, there are signal words and phrases and detail. The signal words is both. The detail is apples and orange are fruits. But the signal words, the detail is orange skin are thick and easy to peel. The signal word is then. The detail is orange contain more acid. And then but. The signal words, the detail is both words are delicious. Cause and effect. In this pattern, the writer's main idea is that one event or action causes another event or action. More clearly, cause and effect is common way organized information in a text. Paragraph structure as cause and effect explain reasons why something happened on the effects on the effects and some on the effects of something. This paragraph can be ordered as causes and effects or effects and then causes. The causes and effects text structure is generally used in expository and persuasive writing modes. Here are some signal words that might indicate that information in a paragraph is organized as cause and effect. There are because, as a result, caused, affected, since, due to, and effect. This is example for paragraph cause and effect. Many people think that they can get sick by going into cold weather improperly dressed. However, illnesses are not caused by temperature. They are caused by germs. So while shivering outside in the cold probably won't strengthen your immune system. You are more likely to contract an illness indoors because you will have a greater exposure to germs. The topic in paragraph is illness. The main idea is how germs cause illness. The keyword in the main idea is causes. The cause is germs. The effect is illness. Supporting facts and ideas, there are signal words and signal words or phrases and detail. The signal word is caused by. The detail is germs of the human body become susceptible to disease. And then the signal word is because. The detail is the body suffering, the immune system weakens, and the body becomes more subject to germs and disease.
The problem and solution. In this pattern, the main idea name problem and indicate that one or more solution. The paragraph always consists of two parts. First statement, second description. You can see the example in the slide number 2, so I will going to next. So first topic telescope. Main idea telescope were limited, but the new Hubble telescope has solved the problem. Problem telescope could view objects only when they were in the view of Earth. Solution, a new kind of telescope. So I will explain about the second material, extended definition. In this pattern, the writer name a concept or complicated process that the paragraph will define and explain. Usually, the main idea or first sentence of the paragraph states a dictionary definition of the concept or process, followed by a description and or an explanation. There are usually no signal word for the detail. Keyword or phrase in the main idea consists of is, seems to be, and are. You can see in this example in the slide number 4. So I will give you time to see and take a look about this. To the point, topic solar eclipse. Main idea, a solar eclipse is an astronomical event during which the moon seems to cover the sun. So we can see seems to. So and last, explanation or description, how and why a solar eclipse occurs. 3 different types of solar eclipse. So thank you very much for your attention. If I have a mistake, I'm really apologize for that. So wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.